We're here at the DC Shoes headquarters in Huntington Beach, California to get an exclusive look at the new Winter 13 snowboard line. DC has a lot of important technology and new features that go into making the perfect DC snowboard. Let's first start off by talking about the feelometer. The feelometer is our board reference in the catalog. Using the feelometer, you can get an idea of the overall feel of each board. You can see this on the feelometer guide for flex, maneuverability, and camber. Let's start with the flex. We go from less drive to more drive, less drive being softer and more drive being stiffer boards. Maneuverability is based on the combination of the camber, either anti-camber or traditional camber, combined with the side cut, which gives you shorter radius turns or longer radius turns. Camber will go from -6 anti-camber to +6 traditional camber, which creates a board that is either more playful or more responsive. Every rider has their own preference when it comes to their perfect board, and the feelometer will help you decide what works best for you. This is basically the same way the riders worked with DC to develop the board line. The flat surfaces at the tip and tail of the board provide lift and power to keep you floating in the deepest snow, while the radius blends in perfectly with the side cut to create effortless transitions from edge to edge. DC's camber core is the secret ingredient that allows us to give our anti-camber boards the pop of a traditional camber board, yet remain fun and playful. By adding a unique arc-shaped profile to the wood core, the fiberglass takes on a completely new geometry, like that of a bridge. We've integrated this arced fiberglass shape into the anti-camber zone to give the boards more pop and added resistance when flexing the tip and tail. Also featured on all DC snowboards is the struck-turn base. The struck-turn base structure is scientifically proven to be a faster base in all conditions. Just like the dimples of a golf ball break tension and make it fly farther, these small dimples in our base break water tension and allow your board to glide faster, turn easier, and allows you to ride longer. DC's latest and greatest technological feature for Winter 13 snowboards is the Fresh Deck technology. Our new Fresh Deck top sheet gives DC boards that poppy feel you get from a new skate deck. The top sheets add a snap of life to the boards that you can only get from natural wood. They may look pretty, but these top sheet laminates are pure performance, with several seasons of testing behind us to prove it. The wood is sealed to protect it from the elements, still keeping its natural feel. We caught up with Torstein and asked him about DC's new Fresh Deck technology. Here's what he had to say.
I feel like it gives that extra pop of the wooden feel, gives the snowboard a little bit more life. To have that integrated into the snowboard, I think helps a lot.
So whether Torstein is riding in the backcountry or hitting a kicker in a contest, this new technology seems to work well for him. Let's talk about DC's first camber profile offering, Micro Camber, featured on Devin and Lowry's Pro Model boards. The board is flat through the center and has 1.5 millimeters of positive camber in the tip and tail. Combine this with DC's revolutionary camber core and you get the feel and pop of a full camber board while maintaining the forgiveness and pow float of a flat board.
I love the micro camber technology. It's like the best of both worlds to me. You can really kind of tool it around the hill, lift the nose, but when you need to lean on it, it's there and really holds a good edge, and the tail doesn't bog out like a traditional kind of flat or reverse camber board. It's a really great deck. It works great for me. I'm sure it's going to work good for you too.
Okei, eli mun uusi lauta on mun uusi lempilauta. Siinä on mikrokamberi ja meinaa se on flatti keskeltä ja siinä on tipeistä pikkasen positiivista camberia. Se tuntuu vielä sellaiset laudalta, millä pystyy laskemaan kivasti niinku rinteessä ja se on anteeksi antava ja niinku pahauska lauta laskee, mutta siinä on silti se camber-tuki mukana ja poppi ja kaikki muutkin. Et se on mulle täydellinen lauta.
What did he just say? Anyway, next up is lock and load camber featured on the Mega, the Ply, and the Women's Ply. Lock and load camber is a new approach to traditional camber. We started out with traditional camber through the midsection of the board and then lengthened the traditional contact points of the board to create a flat, stable platform for locking onto rails and loading up the tail for huge ollies. The skate-inspired camber profile has allowed us to create an entirely new feeling of power and stability in these boards.
My pro model is a 153, and it's like a great park board, great all around the mountain type board. It's got lock and load camber, so that means it's just got like really solid camber, really good pop, and feels really solid under the feet, landing in the back seat or, you know, hitting jumps and doing butters and everything. It's really responsive. The lock and load is really good for popping ollies and nollies and, you know, just cruising around the mountain.
Next up is traditional camber and is featured on both the MLF and ICA's Pro model. Snowboarders everywhere love traditional camber because it naturally offers explosive ollies and powerful turns by inherently loading up the tip and tail.
So my board is the MLF. It's in the 158 and 154. Mostly myself, I ride the 158 around the mountains. I feel the board reacts way quicker and more aggressively. You can get more snap off jumps and you can get way more rail on your turns.
Anti-camber is featured on the Tone, PBJ, Focus, and the Biddy boards. Simply put, anti-camber means the board is flat between your stance and curved away from the snow outside the stance. We adjust the length of the flat spot and the amount of anti-camber to determine how the board is going to perform. A long flat spot is fast and stable, while a shorter flat spot is more maneuverable. And there you have it. Micro camber, lock and load camber, traditional camber, and anti-camber are the 4 unique camber profiles featured in the Winter 13 snowboard collection. Here at DC, we have your preferred camber profile, no matter what. For the Winter 13 boot collection, DC has 3 different closure systems: BOA, traditional lace, and hybrid, along with many other new features and styles to suit every rider's needs. Let's start with the BOA Constrictor closure system. BOA provides the perfect balance support, heel hold, and comfort to perform in any condition. The closure overlay securely holds your foot while allowing the boot to flex smoothly and consistently without any pressure points. The traditional closure system features direct power lacing and wrap lock hardware. Strategically designed overlays in the boots provide more power and leverage for optimal shell closure. Wrap lock hardware prevents the laces from slipping by simply wrapping the laces around the hardware. This can turn your traditional lace boot into a zonal closure system by locking the lace at key points.
I ride the Scepter boot. It's my boot of choice. I like a traditional lace boot. I just like the simplicity of it. The lock lacing system at the top is really handy.
The constrictor closure on the lower provides support and heel hold. The laces on the upper part of the boot allow you to ride your boot as tight or as loose as you want. Together, they add a customizable fit to both the upper and lower zones. The winch system is featured on DC's Terrain and Cush boots. The BOA closure system targets the sweet spot for superior heel hold and on-the-fly adjustability. The use of full-grain leather provides a premium look and improves performance and durability. By impregnating the leather with silicone, these boots will last longer and continue to form to the rider's foot, giving it a more personalized fit. DC's proprietary outsole technology Unilite provides traction, durability, dampening, and cushioning, all while drastically reducing weight. Unilite soles also feature distinct traction patterns for ascending, descending, and skating around with your push zone traction pattern. Aerotech is another important feature. It's found on the Travis Rice, Scepter, Judge, and Super Park. Molded vents in the shell and liner work as one to release unwanted moisture away from the rider's foot. The Aerotech ventilation system will also keep your feet warm and dry and will prevent any bacteria buildup.
The Aerotech is really good too because it helps you from not getting a hot, sweaty foot. It evaporates out of the boot with the air vents and goes into the sky and hopefully precipitates into snow.
The Park boot and liner system gives the rider the feeling of having a skate shoe on. The boot flexes in the right spot so they don't feel restricted and allows for more movement. The Park boot's low profile gives the rider a better board feel, and the liner is an internal neoprene ankle harness that provides solid heel hold without bulky and restrictive laces.
Rode the Park boot again this year. I love the boot. Light, has that skate feel with the low liner, no complaints.
Moving along to the Judge boot. One of the many features on the Judge boot is the boa constrictor closure system. The boa constrictor closure secures the foot in different zones, giving the rider a custom fit.
The Judge boot's really good. The constrictor closure is pretty awesome. You can tighten it at the bottom and the top with the double boa system.
From the terrain to the face and everything in between, DC has your traditional laced boot needs covered. Here's what Ika Backstrom had to say about his boot of choice, the Rogan.
I ride Rogan boot because it's soft, stylish, convenient. It's a traditional lace. You can lace it however you want it.
Whether you prefer the ease of boa, the familiarity of laces, or something in between like the hybrid closure system, DC snowboard boots will have your feet wrapped in greatness all season long. For this season, DC has many different fabrics and patterns that will suit every style in their outerwear collection. From the 15K wishbone jacket to the Ripley jacket, this year's line has some new features and technologies while keeping the riders looking stylish. DC has 3 varieties of fits: the tailored, the standard, and the relaxed. A proper fit allows the garment to follow your movements and enhance your style when you're hitting the slopes. The Winter 13 outerwear collection comes in all sorts of fabrics and patterns. Fabrics include midnight twill, melange herringbone, heather dobby, canvas slub, crossweave, heather herringbone, two-tone twill, and soft shell. Patterns for jackets include brick plaid multi-red, scrambles blazing yellow, striped biking red, striped gray, camo, brick plaid gray, and DC town blue. DC takes a step into the future of technical, lightweight, and ultra-breathable outerwear by introducing the newest cross-ventilation technology and respirator breathing system in the bipolar 3L jacket. The cross-ventilation allows you to close the vents to keep warm or open them to blow out excess heat and moisture. The respirator breathing system forms clear breathing paths from under the jacket to the outside without letting in any moisture or snow. This allows you to breathe easy in any condition. DC's super lightweight Exotech 20K stretch 3-layer fabric makes this jacket the flagship of the Winter 13 men's outerwear collection. Microscopic pores keep layers dry on the inside so you can thrive outside.
So I wore the bipolar jacket quite a bit this year. It's a 20K jacket. It's a 3-layer piece. It's really thin. I like it because you can layer however you want underneath your jacket, and it's not like this big piece and gets on your way. It's really light. It's like wearing a windbreaker. So really waterproof and yet comfortable.
The Servo jacket is a military-inspired standard fit jacket with 10K waterproofing and melange herringbone fabric interest. It has enhanced features such as the internal stash pocket and internal Lycra cuff gaiters. Let's hear what Lowry has to say about the Servo jacket.
Love the jacket, just traditional military style, just a solid, nice coat. Amp's my new favorite pant. They renewed the standard fit. Cuts are really nice. Has a cool new pocket thingy here in the front, and just a rad looking pant.
The Ammo jacket has been one of DC's top sellers in past seasons, and this year the Ammo 13 is back with a whole new look. It features 5K waterproofing, critically taped seams, 60-gram insulation, printed taffeta hood lining, media pocket, and internal stash pocket.
The Ammo jacket's really good, really big colors, not too many patterns and everything going on, big blocks, so it's good for the people that don't like too many crazy things.
The Wishbone jacket is a 15K fully featured long fit jacket. It also features a 3M thin-slit insulation, a hidden hood gaiter, and a removable powder skirt. Let's hear what Torstein has to say about the Wishbone.
The Wishbone jacket is a jacket that has a lot of features I'm really stoked on. You got the 15K waterproofing and keeping you dry, and it breathes really good. It's a good jacket.
The Donnin pant is a favorite amongst the DC team. It has been updated with a new boxer gaiter built on the DC Shoe Co. USA elastic waistband. This pant is 10K, insulated, and has a brushed mesh liner for comfort.
The Donnin pant, favorite pant of the whole line. It's hella baggy, which I love, and it's waterproof, and it's just super comfortable. I think it's the most comfortable pant in the whole line.
The Winter 13 Ripley jacket is a 10K relaxed fit jacket. It features an elastic hem, which will help keep out powder when you're riding, printed lining, two-way center front zippers, two-tone zipper teeth, media pocket, and impactful branding. Let's hear what Bittner has to say.
This season, I mainly rode the Ripley jacket, and it's got that good long feel that I always like, kind of fits my style. It's like a little bit bigger, relaxed fit. It's 10K, so it's pretty waterproof. It's like not too thick, so you can pretty much wear it anytime, depending on your layering. You can wear it when it's cold out, or kind of in the springtime too, if you want to stay a little cooler in it. So it's just a good all-around jacket, and I like the way it fits, so got to feel good in what you're wearing.
That about wraps it up for the Winter 13 outerwear section of the Snow Clinic video. From the bipolar 3L jacket with the new cross ventilation and respirator system to the 10K Ripley jacket, DC's Winter 13 outerwear collection has something for everybody. I'm confident that you can find the style and fit that works for you. And I look forward to seeing you on the hill.